What up, y'all? It's Mike Mondays. Even though if it ain't Monday, it's still Mike Mondays. I got two of my homies out here, Marisa and the mighty Mimi. I'll call her mighty because how much you weigh?
105.
105 pounds, and she squatted, what, 245 today, right?
Yeah.
Like a savage. Like, y'all see it in here. This is a special edition of Mike Mondays, even though this ain't Monday. But because this is sponsored by NASM, NASM. And NASM is who I actually was certified through in my days as a personal trainer. So shout out to NASM. NASM is, if not the most prestigious personal training certification company in the world. Like I say, they have the most sought after trainers in the world. And like I said, their standard of excellence is pretty high. The testing is very in depth, but it's worth it. And if you take your craft serious, you should be certified as a personal trainer if you're a trainer, if that's what you want to do. So take your craft serious. And another thing, they have a 14-day free trial. The link is right below. It's right here, and it's below in the description box. Click on that and take advantage of that. It's a rewarding job, I'm telling you. You build lifelong relationships. You're helping people become healthier. You're helping people build self-esteem. And when you're doing things for other people, it's good. It's good for you. You know, you want to give more than you take. So shout out to NASM. Anyway, I got my homies here. She don't want to talk, but she got to talk. Marisa. I met Marisa. I've been checking her out online. Beautiful girl, tatted up, and she's a savage in the gym. But she's a savage with the tattoo gun, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to, you know, introduce y'all to her and her to y'all. Hello, Marisa.
Hi.
What's your name? It's Marisa. That's what's up. So did you enjoy today's session?
Yeah, it was fucking brutal.
That's what's up, that's what's up.
Kicked.
Hey, but you handled it, you did your thing.
Yeah,
that's
always.
Always. So today, like I said, it's a different type of episode because, you know, I often like to give the trainers some advice. So today, you guys got to watch me coach these two beautiful, strong young ladies through a squat session, a typical Mike Rashid squat session. And Mimi, how was it for you?
It was brutal.
Brutal?
Not typically what I'm used to doing.
Right.
It was a different type of workout.
Right. So Mimi is a power lifter. Actually, you're pretty accomplished. Why don't you tell them some of your records?
So I did my first competition yesterday, and I broke 8 state records and 2 American records.
Like a boss. And that was yesterday, and she came and trained today. That's what's up. I like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people just take 2 weeks off, a week off, but fuck that. Fuck the status quo. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys what we did today. Now with trainers, one thing you want to do, I hate walking into a gym and seeing trainers like this while their people are training. You know what I'm saying? I hate walking into a gym and somebody's coaching their client through squats and the form is way off, you know, with a lot of weight on the bar. Listen, don't do that to yourself, your reputation, and don't hurt your clients. You know, if you're not good with certain movements, you should hire a coach yourself or study or whatnot, because it really makes the gym you work for look bad, or work and look bad. It makes you look bad, and at the end of the day you can hurt somebody. Now you have to pay close attention to what people are doing. Now what I had these ladies doing, I can write out a program and say, okay, do this. But me personally, I like to be hands-on, coaching people through every movement, because I like for training to be instinctual. Sometimes somebody is doing something and it may be too easy. I can prescribe them to do this A, B, C, D, and it might be too easy. You know what I'm saying? So what I was working with them, it was an instance when she was doing close narrow stance squats and her ankles are really tight. She's real tight, so her ankles were really hurting. So we switched it up and went into some pause rep squats. You know what I mean? You gotta be instinctual. You can't be like, no, you have to do another set, so just do it, regardless of the pain. It's not like that, you know what I mean? You gotta enjoy what you're doing, and you gotta be, you gotta listen to your client and watch your client to see what they're doing, see if it's effective. You might prescribe something that's not effective, but you gotta be there in the moment with them, paying full attention to them. So I'll run you through the workout. We started out with squats. I think you ladies started with 95 pounds.
Yeah, for like warm up.
95-pound warm up, progressed up to 135. And then from there, she wanted to go up with dimes. So I've seen her strength before, and I know that, you know, she's a lot stronger than someone that need to go up by 20 pounds. So I had her jump 50 pounds. And I'm gonna tell you why I did that. A lot of times people will move up in their weight, especially when you're I'm into being stronger, and when I'm coaching people, I try to help them become stronger. So all my training is very linear and very progressional. So I'm like, no, let's do this. So I gave her some suggestions to move up we went up by a quarter, right?
Yeah, 180.
So instead of 20 pounds, we made a 50-pound jump. Easy peasy, right? So because in her meet yesterday, she went for 200, what did you go for and you missed?
255.
She missed 255, but she hit 250 in the gym today. You know what I'm saying? So, and my opinion on that is she was moving up she probably warmed up too much and was moving up in small increments when she shouldn't have been. When you're in training, when you're trying to get stronger, now there's a difference between getting stronger and then just growing your legs or growing your body, right? It's a different method of training. You're training two different systems. On one end, the strength component, you're training your nervous system. On the size component is your musculoskeletal system. So you're training those differently. I always start out working the nervous system, central nervous system, going for strength. So I'm making bigger jumps to get to that heavy ass weight. You don't want to burn yourself out before you get to the heavy weight. Now after you get to the heavy weight, then you put in the work. You know, that's when you grow. You know what I'm saying? And even if you're not a power lifter, I just think it's cool to be strong as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm a power lifter.
Yeah, like being strong. Like it's a empowering feeling when you're strong. When you can, especially y'all, when y'all can squat more than a guy next to you on the rack. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
Embarrassing other dudes.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And dudes, don't fucking get your feelings, your panties in a bunch. Don't get your feelings hurt. Just step your game up, straight up. If there's a girl squatting more than me, I'm gonna be fucking like, yo, what the fuck? I'm gonna step my game up. You know what I'm saying? So step your game up, homie. Don't be mad. Don't be butthurt. Nah, that's what's up. But so we move up and then we come down, lighten the weight up a little bit, but we rep out. You know, they did a fatality set. So the progression went as follows. I'm gonna say what it looked like, but you can add 5 pounds on because we use a 50-pound bar. So 135, 185, then I believe we went right to 225, right? Both girls nailed it. Then we went to 245. They both nailed it. That was the top set. So after that, and my type of training, which is more power bodybuilding, the power sets are done. Mission accomplished. So we come down with some working sets, and the working sets are still power building sets. So I think we went to 225 for what, 3 or 4?
Yeah,
Which is good. 6?
Or 5 or 6.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Y'all can see it in the video. And then we came down to, did you do 185, right?
Yeah,
185. I didn't want them to burn out on the 185 because the next set is the burnout set, fatality set. So in the fatality set, 20 reps. Fatality set is always at least 20 reps. If you get more, great. But as you can see, I've already worked with Mimi with fatality set. My first time working with Marisa with it, so I was cueing her where to not lock out at the top, because when you lock out, it's somewhat of a break. And the whole purpose of this is to burn the fuck out. Fatality, finisher. You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep that constant tension on the quads. So that's what she did. And how did that feel?
Fucking burn.
All right, tell me this. Do you think that you will continue doing stuff like that?
Yes.
Now that you've done it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what's up.
I mean, I squatted the heaviest I've ever squatted in my whole life today. So it felt good.
Right.
And then I kept going.
Exactly. So there it is there. You know, how about you? Have you been doing fatality sets since I showed you that one time?
Yes, I actually did it one other time before my meet.
Right.
But then coming up to my meet,
You had to kind of taper off. No doubt, no doubt. It's like a weird sadistic addiction that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, why am I doing this to myself? You know what I mean?
Like getting tattooed.
And you're,
But you keep coming back for more.
exactly. Because it's gonna be so awesome when you're finished. Same with squats. And you guys will find that the more you do it, you get stronger at it, you're gonna start increasing the weight. That's the key. That's what you wanna do, because I started out, my fatality sets being 130, not 135, never that, 225. And I thought I was doing something until a friend of mine, a girl, did 225 for 20. I was like, hell no. I couldn't even do 10, 20 pounds. Well, I had to do another plate. So I started doing 315. First it would be like 15 reps, then 17, until I got to 20. Then 20 became easy, 365. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I try to take as big jumps as possible with the fatality reps. And it just makes you so much stronger, so much more beastie. You know what I mean? So from there, we went over to hack squats. We tried the dirty 30s. A lot of y'all know about the dirty 30s. This is these ladies' first time meeting it. Now, a person's weakest point of a squat is from all the way down, where they say ass to grass, all the way where your ass is way below your knees, all the way up to about parallel. That's the weakest part of a squat for anybody. Most people have weak asses. Now, that's why you see a lot of people loading up a lot of weight, and they can do it like, say like a box squat or just fucking quarter bullshit squat, quarter reps, because that's where you're strongest. That don't count. We don't give a fuck about that. So we spend as much time in that uncomfortable zone as possible. If you're comfortable being uncomfortable, you're good. You're good money. So I like to help people get strong down there. And it also really fucking engages the glutes. Wait a minute, I forgot. I left out the narrow stance squats. So how was that for you?
It wasn't as bad as the fatality.
Right.
But it gave me a good workout.
Right. How about you? I know your ankles was like, fuck this.
Like I have bad hips and apparently bad ankles. They were not having it.
You just tight, that's all. You just fucking tight.
It's like hamstrings all the way down. It's just way too tight.
Yeah.
That shit fucking hurt.
So, all right, back to hack squat. So dirty 30s, we usually do 30 reps down in that hole. It was really difficult for these ladies. It was their first time doing it. So maybe it was a bit too ambitious with a plate on each side. So we stripped it to one, let them get their money there. And then we just threw a plate on each side and just did 10 reps, all the way ass to grass, all the way up, nice and controlled movements. And then 10 just burning out, get around parallel. It doesn't really matter. When you're at that point, you're just building muscle. You know what I'm saying? It's more intensity than anything. You can't really have too bad a form on a hack squat unless your feet are way too far in. And that's not really bad form, because there's people like Tom Platz who do hack squats like that. He'll do it on his fucking toes. And he had the greatest legs in the business, but I can't do that shit. My knees would fall out of my body. They would just jump down and run away and say, fuck you, Mike. So, but yeah. So then we did that, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a firm believer in you don't have to do 8 different exercises to build your legs, to build strength, and to build size. If you do the basics well and enough, you good money. You know what I mean? So, anything you ladies want to talk about or say? No?
It's a vague question.
It is a vague question because it could be a lot of things.
Yeah,
we could talk about
anything.
we could talk about aliens. We could talk about.
You going swimming in that dark ass water?
It's not happening. It's not happening. Would you go swimming at night?
Yeah.
In the ocean?
I've done it.
All right, tonight. About 10 more minutes. There's no more sun. See, she talking all that shit.
I said we'll see who can swim out of the farthest.
I know. I'm not going out there at night. In the daytime, I'll go to the buoys. I'll go to the buoys in the day, but at night, forget about it. All right, but that's what's up. We're signing out this edition of Mike Mondays. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all like it. Remember, check the links in the bottom in the description box. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, like, share the fuck out of this. All right? Peace.
Bye.